All right, this is for a 2004 Toyota front wheel drive. It's a front sway bar, front stabilizer bar. A couple of the parts that go with it as well when you're changing this out are as follows. You got your bushing. I bought it from Moog. It was $8. Part number is K201431. K201431. $8. Amazon or I believe eBay. But they should be all over the internet. Now, when I changed them out, I was pulling out of a parking lot and I was in an accident a couple years before that too, and I think it did the initial damage, but wear and tear, 270,000 miles approximately on my Rav. This is the original bushing. You can see how that worn down, and you can see right there, goes under these bushings, and 2 bolts go into the frame of the car, and this kind of wore into the bottom of this guy, and this actually goes like this. This goes into the frame. They're easy to put on, and this little divot right here goes into it fits perfectly. But this is so rusty and crappy, I just went and bought brand new. This is the part number for that. If you look at that, can you read that?
488274210.
Okay, and that is an important part. That's the right side. You can get the left side. If you give them, that one, you should be able to look up the left one really easily as well. This is your sway bar from Toyota. I paid $162 for it at a dealership, Toyota dealership in Illinois, Northern Illinois. So we're good with that. The part number is 488114250. And you get a look right there. I put a couple coats of paint over it just to, looks a lot nicer, and it's going to hold up from the rust a little bit better. These things, I actually bought a new one of these. It was trashed. That part number I don't have, so that you'll have to look up. But when you pull these parts up, this will probably pop up as well. This is the other one. This wasn't that bad, but I opted to go with brand new because, it's compromised, it's rusty, and I just wanted to get it and have it to where I don't have to worry about it ever again. I did use one of my old ones of these because it was actually really in good condition, because there was an oil leak there, and it was fine, so I didn't have to worry about that. These guys, I think I paid about $23 a piece, I want to say. All right, moving right along. Some tips when you're doing this job. Jack stands. I'm big on jack stands. Take that tire, throw it under the engine compartment, and put a 2x6 or something under there, or a brick if you have to, just in case that thing falls or the welds give way on the jack stand or the jack gives way. You'll have 3 lines of defense. This will save your life. This is something we keep the camera over here. I got a surprise coming in over here. It's a big surprise, folks. Big surprise coming. I guess there's no big surprise because I lost the penetrant blast. PB blast I used, and I used that JB80, I believe it is. They worked out really well. The last bolt that I was on, I didn't hit it enough with a hammer, because usually you put the socket over the top of the bolt and you wrap it a couple times, you shock it with a hammer. I didn't have a lot of room in there. I sprayed this thing for 2 days, every couple hours I'd go out there when I was working in the yard or something. The other ones came out relatively easy, but you got to move it a little bit, let off. Move it a little bit, let off. Maybe even go backwards with it, If you put a lot of pressure on it, heat it up, these things crack right off. I had about this much of it sticking up from the frame. I couldn't grab it with vice grips. So I continued to spray the heck out of it. I cleaned the heck out of it. And I had my friend come by and weld 2 washers on there, and we were able to spin it free. We got really lucky, or else, I don't know what the heck I would have done. I would have probably had to drill up through the bottom, put a nut and a bolt and a washer, And that, I don't like doing stuff like that. I've had to do it in the past with cars. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I really love my Rav, but it's really important. You spray the heck out of these things. I could have used heat, but there's like, fuel lines and stuff, and it's a really precarious area. So I did the PB Blast, the JB10 or whatever it is, and shocked it. But that one got away from me. And I did end up buying new bolts from the hardware store, and I was happy to do that because I think I got grade 5 or grade 8. Did we get on them, or grade 5? Grade 5 we got.
Grade 5.
So yeah, those worked out really well. Went right in. I put a little touch of Never Sees on there. Everything went well. I ask that you hit the like button, subscribe, comments and questions. I'd appreciate them. Keep it positive. When we did weld this, though, I had to bring my brother's TIG welder over, thinking, well, he said, there's got to go TIG, got to go TIG. Okay. And he knows his welds. He's awesome. The guy's a phenomenal welder. But we use this welder right here. Abby, would you show him? I want to show him the... no, you're right in the way probably. I'll bet she's in the way. Okay, badunk-a-dunk. Let's move. There you go. This is from Harbor Freight. It's a Chicago electric welding. I paid $30 on clearance for the thing. Now, you're not going to give it $30. Usually they run $75 at Harbor Freight. But plug it in, 110 circuit, and oh my God, the thing... She had it welded, and I want to say 3 tries. We used some really, really good steel washers that I got off of an old printing press. This printing press was made in Germany. The thing was like built. And I tried using normal washers from the hardware store, and it just like, they kept falling off. She did it like 2 other times before. They both fell off. Everything was clean and everything, but it's like a raw steel. Don't get the wall over here because I got the secrecy over there. These are the metric fasteners. It was this kind of steel. So if you get that kind of steel, I don't know what the heck it is, but it worked. First shot, she got it. And she's like, I'm twisting it off right now. I was shocked and relieved because the car was up on jack stands and protected for like days, and I was without my car. Not a good situation, but I wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it right. If you got any questions, like I say, please hit us up. It's important that you use your jack stands, though. Follow safety. When we welded, we were right by the O2 sensors on the passenger side. So hopefully you get them off, and my big thing on this, use your jack stands and spray the heck out of these things, all right? I didn't find any other parts. I looked diligently to find another sway bar because I wanted to buy something a little bit beefier. I couldn't find one, so I went with the stock one. It lasted 270,000 miles, and I think this next one will last 290,000 miles, hopefully. Thanks. We'll see you out there. Be safe.